Recently, President Trump made a comment about Chicago. He said if Chicago didn't get their act together, he would send in the feds. You know, the FBI, the DEA, even the National Guard if necessary. And it's true, there is a lot of violence in Chicago. But why does it seem like people talk about it because they're really trying to get back at Obama? Do you know how many other cities have just as much crime, if not more crime, than Chicago? I'm talking cities like Detroit, Memphis, Baltimore, Birmingham, Orlando, Cleveland, all have problems with crime or murder. So what's the common thread that connects all of these different cities and different states? Money. Where there's poverty, where there's bad schooling, where there's no jobs, you get crime. Doesn't really take a rocket scientist to come to that conclusion. There's a lot of people on the Trump train and there's a lot of people on the resistance train. I'm on the truth train, and I tell you this, sending in more cops ain't gonna fix the problem, at least not for the long term. We need solutions that include revitalizing the community, giving people a place to live that has opportunity. Without opportunity, people would do whatever they need to do to survive. There's a lot of people who don't believe that crime is tied to economics. They think people just wake up every day and go, hey, I feel like shooting people. Gangs became a necessity due to violence that already existed. And where did that existence of violence come from? Bad situations. Once again, poverty, lack of jobs, crappy schools. And don't forget, police departments that crack your head open ever so often. All these things contribute to it. If gun violence is on an uptick in some cities and in other cities is down, why don't we compare the two and find out what's different about those cities? I mean, we got government agencies, right, that we pay for, right? Why come they can't do studies, right? Why can't we have people go out into these cities and find out what's going on? It's real easy to talk crap from wherever you live, but when you have an organization, a government body, shouldn't you be able to expend a few resources to go take a look? I've been hearing some people say they don't need intervention from feds because they can handle it themselves. We do need government assistance. We just need support. We need infrastructure. We need money behind us. There were programs that were working in Chicago that were having some positive effect, but they got cut. That makes sense to you? It's real easy to pile on Obama and say it's all his fault. Why didn't he help Chicago? And yeah, I felt that way and I've said things similar. But the truth is, it's deeper than one man, it's deeper than Obama, it's deeper than Trump. And just saying send in more cops ain't gonna get it done. Just like Trump sat down with various leaders from different communities, Bill Gates, Jim Brown, Steve Harvey, whoever else sat with him, he could sit down with community organizations and talk to them and see what works, what doesn't work. Or he could have his people sit down with him. But just saying, hey, let's send in more guns, I don't think that works. There's something called Hotspot Police they've been doing, because it's not even all of Chicago that's a problem or that sees a high spike in murders. It's certain pockets. And guess what those pockets are? The most poor, poverty-stricken, lack of resources pockets. If you don't believe that economics and struggle are tied into this gang problem, violence problem, maybe you have a little bit of bigotry you might want to check. I've known a lot of people, met a lot of folks in different places. I've never met anyone who would quit a good job to go rob. Never met anyone who would drop out of college to go peddle crack or heroin on a corner. That ain't how it works. People with nothing gotta do something. That's the reality of it. And if you want to give people an alternative, you should give them an alternative. But hey, I'm just one guy on the internet who speaks loudly and has an opinion. What's your opinion? Put it down there in the comments section. I will continue to keep it real, and I got your back. Let's have the hard conversations. I'm Tim Black, and like I always say, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. Stay strong, stand tall.